Had a couple of margaritas and was like dancing on the bed, and then like put my hand in the fan, and the blood's everywhere, and we get in the car, go to the hospital, film inside of the hospital. Hi, I'm Suki Waterhouse, and this is my music history. I mean, probably it was a Britney Spears song, I would say. I remember being completely enamored by this magical human. I remember driving over the Hammersmith flyover with my mum, and I actually remember being like, Mum, how does she have like no pimples? I didn't understand how Britney Spears could not have any pimples, because I think I was like maybe 11 or 12, and that was like starting to happen for me in a big way. I had bright pink walls as like an 11 or 12-year-old, probably from the Britney album. I remember the song that was on the radio a lot when I was a kid was a song by Beautiful South, and it's called Don't Marry Her. Kind of like, maybe it's logged in my head because I remember it has an F-bomb in it, and it's Don't Marry Her. Me. My mum would always be like singing over that part really loudly, and it was like the first time that I think I kind of like realized that, you know, you could say these crazy things, and there were grown-ups out there just like saying F-bombs, and like, wow, like married mums and dads can, you know, be saying things like that. Like, oh my God, it just felt like this awakening. I still have my best friend Molly, who we've been best friends since we were like 4. We kind of started writing songs together. I remember we had like the Harry Potter song, because that's all we did is read those Harry Potter books. So we had a whole song and a dance about like, time to go home, have a bite to eat, read Harry Potter, what a treat. Again, my best friend Molly, it was her birthday, and I convinced my mum that Molly's favourite person that she would want to go and see was a Missy Elliott concert. I honestly think we were like 11 or 12 years old, and I kind of can't believe that my mum dropped us off at this thing, because it was Hammersmith Apollo. It must have been like 2003, 2004, and let me tell you, it was popping in there. Like, everyone was like smoking weed. It felt like this. I was really into hip hop and R&B as a teenager, like 50 Cent and Ja Rule and like Chingy. The Thong song was a really big deal. Like, I remember it being packed. I'd never been in a room full of people all put together before. I'd never seen a show. I like this gravitas that this woman had, and like this, it was like the first time I'd ever seen someone like take to the stage and like express themselves in that way. I mean, my first festival, I remember it was BottleRock Festival, and I really hadn't done that many shows before. It was pretty much kind of like my first show with that amount of people in it by a lot. I remember I was shooting for Daisy Jones and the Six. I was rehearsing, and the rehearsals were very intense, and I remember there was like a bit of a thing about like, oh, we're not actually allowing anyone to leave, and I was like, you guys, you don't understand, because it was before my first record was actually out, so booking that show was like the biggest deal. And I drove down with Rob, like a bit outside of California. He was just like, you're crazy, like how are you, you've just never done this before and you're gonna go and play a festival? And I'm like, yeah. I just remember like, I felt like good nervous, like I loved going out there. I feel really at home doing this. Since that, I've done so much touring and like got my reps in so much, which is like so necessary, because even the first tour that I did with Father John Misty, like I was not good at all. Like, I had so much to learn, and like still always have things to learn, but that show definitely made me feel like, okay, this is like, it felt like coming home in a weird way, yeah. My late night TV debut was Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Kimmel, right? Yeah. And I think I got the slot because somebody had dropped out, and I was very nervous because it was like it was an incredibly last minute slot. You don't meet him, you do a couple of takes with like audience that kind of come in off, you know, like kind of brought in off the streets, and it's all over so quickly. It was a surreal experience. The masterclass is like watching how someone like Taylor does it. I remember watching her. I watched the Eras tour quite a lot, and it's just like every look is so powerful, and the whole stadium can be in your hands just by like this little like glance to the side and all these little things. And I think I've learned sometimes that like stillness can be really powerful. You know, choose those moments that feel like really strong, and root yourself to the earth. And I'm a mover. I'm not like a dancer. This tour I've been just like hanging out in a studio with an amazing dance coach I have called Sharon, and it's like I think she's given up at this point trying to like get me to do any kind of choreography. Doing the sound check was even more terrifying than doing the show. I was so quiet before going out. Like something happened with the dress and it was like locked inside a tailor's and like that hadn't arrived, and it was just like that part was just crazy. But I love urgency, and then we love a last minute thing where everything comes together. But I did walk out of there because there's this sort of door that opens, it whooshes up and you step out into like all of these seats. Like no one really noticed, but I actually forgot the first couple of words of my song Moves because I did go into complete shock. I feel like then I just kind of like lost myself to the moment. I had my friends Nat and Jules come over to my house because I like wasn't ready to go to a studio, but it was like really, really soon after, like maybe like 3 or 4 weeks or something. And yeah, I probably should have given myself a little bit more time, but it does make me laugh listening back to it. It was called She's Gone. It was just like, she's gone, she's gone, she's gone, she's gone, she's gone. And that was like the only thing that could come to my mind was just like, that person before is gone. And I was like, definitely like scared, being like, I don't know who I am anymore. I'm basically in sleep deprivation psychosis, because you're like, will I ever feel like anything like I used to or like normal again? Luckily you do come back, but yeah, it makes me laugh, and it didn't make the record. All of my videos have always been really scrappy, like good looking. I rented a hotel room at the Bowery and got my friend Jordan Barrett to come and be in the video. It was so funny, like remembering doing that, because we got one of the bellboys to like give us one of the outfits that they have and like go into the closet and like give us an outfit. Shout out to the Bowery for being awesome. We're probably not allowed to shoot at the Bowery Hotel. No permit for that, but being scrappy, and like a lot of my videos, even now, like Dream Woman I did with my sisters a couple of months ago in like January or something in New York. It was freezing cold. I actually like that more than when there's something's like got so much production to it. In the good looking video, obviously not planned, but like had a couple of margaritas and was like dancing on the bed, and then like put my hand in the fan, cut my hand open and had like 5 stitches. We get in the car, go to the hospital, and the blood's everywhere, and my friend Eva just didn't stop filming, and she's just like, no, like this is what we need to get. It's like the heat of the moment is always like the most important thing to me in art. Like I love that. Like with writing, it's the heat of the moment. Like sometimes with videos, like you have to go back and like remember like the feeling of it, and it like becomes distant. So almost like with videos, I would like prefer to like make something in the heat of the moment. I was like insistent that I had to be Karen, and I remember going into my agent's office and like seeing the whiteboard of like options that they had for Karen Serko, which my own agent didn't have my name on it. And it was like the first time I was like, are you what? Like I'm gonna be Karen Serko. And it was like a really difficult, long audition process. I like didn't play piano really well, so I spent like the whole of Christmas, I think I had like 3 different piano teachers finding people that could even come on like Christmas Day, and I was doing Light My Fire by The Doors, which is, I love that song, but that's not a pleasant song to learn. I remember my audition with Will, who played Graham. We had this like scene together, and it was kind of to like establish our chemistry. And I remember I'd never met him before, and we went outside because we were gonna like burst into the room. And I remember being like, just like, can I go on your back? And I like went up on his back, and then we like ran up and down the hall, and we ran up and down the hall. So like when we burst into the room, we were like giggling because we just had this like very silly moment together. I hold that experience like with everyone, and with him really, really dear to my heart. Thanks so much for watching my music history on Vulture. Make sure that you like and subscribe.